Tonight, a freak accident on the family boat.
EPIRB is going off, maybe about 10 k's offshore.
And now little Henry is unconscious. A lady's weekend escape ends in tears as Barb is forced to face her greatest fear.
I'm just shaken and frightened of what's going to happen.
And where are the missing surfer boys from Maroubra? The Gold Coast, Queensland. And the Westpac Lifesaver Rescue helicopter is responding to an emergency way out at sea.
And Gill, keep searching on your side.
The EPIRB alert has come from Mark, a Brisbane father of 3. He and his boys love nothing more than fishing. But today's trip has ended in tragedy.
Door, I'm gonna open door. Door's coming back.
Yeah, open door.
Roger, door's open.
The Gold Coast helicopter is homing in on the EPIRB signal.
I have got a boat over here about the 11 o'clock mark.
It's Mark's ocean runabout. He and 2 of his boys are struggling to stay afloat.
George, you can start getting ready for possible winching into the water.
There's not a second to waste. They get straight to it.
Maybe I'll go for any children first if there is any.
Roger.
Gill is a lawyer and a volunteer rescue crew officer.
These patients are in the water, they could be unwell or injured, so it's important that we can remove them from this dangerous situation as quickly as possible.
She's coming out. Got 100 to run, line is good, speed is good. So you got 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As Gill gets closer, she confronts a distressing scene. Joe isn't wearing a life jacket, and little Henry appears to be unconscious.
Good, have I got Julie?
Yeah, Julie, that's it.
Hey Julie, we are getting ready to come and hopefully help you. Just keep her warm and happy and we'll be there as soon as we can.
At the Westpac Rescue helicopter base in Hobart, a cry for help has come in from a group of women in distress.
They are at the northern end of Hazards Beach on the Freycinet Peninsula. I've spoken direct to Julie and I've told her our ETA and to secure all their gear and we will come and try and help get her out of there.
A week ago, these 5 women all lost their jobs when a local hardware store went belly up. To lift their spirits, they decided on a girls' weekend away.
Those days are over.
Yay!
Onwards and upwards now. That's the way.
But it's all gone horribly wrong in the Freycinet National Park. 64-year-old Barb, that's her on the right, has had a nasty fall.
The Paradise Gorge. Doesn't look like paradise today though, does it? The northern end of the beach, there may be someone there. Well, there's definitely someone standing. Yep. So on the nose now, 1 kilometre.
The hikers wave the helicopter down. Barb is in a bad way. Her friends do their best to keep her warm. The rescue crew hike their way in through the scrub.
G'day. You good?
We were coming for a walk, just to stop for lunch, and then just slipped on that big rock down there and went for a tumble.
Barb may have broken her ankle, and she's showing symptoms of shock. They'll have to winch her out.
Looks like a reasonable injury, so she wouldn't have gone anywhere, definitely.
Barb's not happy, but at least her friends find something to laugh about.
A girls' weekend.
Yeah. As you can see, we're experienced walkers. Have all the equipment we need. Lots of food. That's about it.
Things are getting serious for paramedic Peter.
All right, does that feel okay?
Yes.
Hasn't made it worse?
No.
Excellent.
He has to stabilise Barb's injured ankle and keep her calm.
Because of Barb's injuries, it's going to be a lot easier and safer to winch her out of the area.
But just the thought of being winched up into the helicopter is terrifying her.
I'm just shaking and frightened of what's going to happen.
On the Gold Coast, Dad Mark is fighting to save the lives of his two sons, Henry and Joe. His wife and third son, Jack, are at home and have no idea of the unfolding family drama. Little Henry appears to be unconscious.
I'm going to take one of the boys up first and then I'm going to come back.
Westpac rescuer Gill has to decide who to winch first.
So my priority is the older boy, just because he doesn't have his life jacket on.
8-year-old Joe has been in the water for almost 2 hours without a life jacket, all the while holding on to his brother Henry.
Let go of your little brother. Just let him go. I need to take you.
How they wound up in this terrifying situation will come later.
I've got you, mate. Just stay with me. That's the boy. You're doing well.
But one thing's for sure, Joe is a hero. He stopped his brother from drowning. He's first up.
She's connecting up the patient still. She's still got the patient. Got the thumbs up, ready to winch in.
Clear to winch in.
And winching in. They're clear of the water. Still coming up. Still winching in.
Roger.
Just winching in. Still coming up. She's at the skid with one person.
It's okay. You're nice and safe in the aircraft. There's nothing to worry about. You're okay. I just need you to sit there nice and still for me, okay?
Mate, we've got 2 more in the water. Ready for another winch.
Jill's straight back down to rescue Henry.
She's in the water.
Holding.
Roger.
But Henry is still not responding. It must be agony for his exhausted father to hand him over, not knowing his little boy's fate.
He's not looking at me, and he has his eyes closed.
In Tasmania's Freycinet National Park, injured walker Barb is terrified of being winched up into the helicopter. She's afraid of heights.
What will happen now is Peter will be here beside you, the hook will come down, I'll give it to him and he'll hook you both up. It'll only be a short winch, like 30, 40 feet.
Thanks, Julie. Start up. Bye. Take care.
Anxiety can be crippling, but there's no turning back.
Yeah, 92. Are you ready or do you need some more time?
We are ready, if you're happy with this spot.
Have the hook. Position is good hold. They're connecting up the patient. Position is good hold. Give a clear thumbs up. Clear to move back 1.
Finally, the moment she's been dreading. Barb can't bear to look.
Let's do a stop winch check. That is fine. Bringing the patient up to door level. Putting my head in the cabin. You have the con. Got a sore leg, so we'll just gingerly get her in up on the seat. Pleasure.
Safe at last, Barb can open her eyes and sneak a quick look at the view. Her girlfriends made their own way back through the national park. Out at sea, Brisbane man Mark is battling to save his unconscious 6-year-old son Henry. Summoning the last of his strength, Mark hands Henry to Westpac rescuer Gill.
He's cold when I feel him. He's not looking at me, and he has his eyes closed, but I hold on to him for dear life.
Connected up. She's getting the thumbs up.
And clear to winch in.
Roger. Mane's all good. Tail's all good. At the skid. coming in.
Roger.
Mate, we've got a young boy. Mate, this kid's not looking good here.
Not looking good?
No, not looking good, mate. I'm going to put him in the back with his brother.
Henry is breathing and he has a pulse, but he's freezing cold.
Keep him warm, give him a big hug for me. I need to go get your dad.
They need their dad more than ever now.
That's the boy, good work.
Okay, one to go. Hand the con to you.
Roger, come back and right, and tell me when you get reference to the boat and the patient.
Coming back and right.
Roger.
And I have reference again.
Roger. I'll just wait for a signal from her.
Mark is a big fit man, but his strength's all but gone. He's been fighting to keep his boys alive for almost 2 hours.
Look, I've got the thumbs up now, it's all good.
Way to winch in.
Roger. 50, 40, 30, coming up still. Coming on board.
Moving forward, I have con.
Roger.
Mark's exhausted, but his only thought is for the safety of his boys. Henry is still unconscious. Henry's hypothermic. Gill must get him to respond. The Westpac Lifesaver Rescue helicopter is racing towards Brisbane Hospital. Cold and exhausted, little Henry is still not responding. After spending nearly 2 hours in the ocean, Gill applies a sternal rub, a short, painful rub on the chest with her knuckles. He's made a sound. It's a relief, of sorts.
Want to get you some oxygen, help you breathe a little bit better, okay? I'm going to wrap the boys both up in a blanket to keep them nice and warm, and I'm just going to keep an eye on them as we go to hospital.
Mark is the last to get attention for a nasty gash on his arm. His boys owe their lives to him, and the story of what happened is terrifying. It all started after their runabout hit a submerged log in the water.
The boat went over. Yeah. We were all inside. Yeah. We're in an air bucket. We had to take our life jackets off to get out. Yeah. And Ethan got caught up inside.
The brothers had to cling to the boat while Mark repeatedly dived back under to retrieve their life jackets and the emergency beacon.
We got back in about 3 times to get the life jacket. Yeah. And then we finally got the Ethan an hour after he actually turned over. So
No, you've done very well.
It's miraculous they all made it out alive.
We've made sure that 3 family members have come home to the rest of their family today.
Hi Julian, it's Henry here. Thank you for saving me, my dad and my brother.
Don't normally get thank you messages. Normally we rescue people and we don't see them again, so it's really special.
Lifesaver, Rick speaking.
The Westpac Lifesaver Rescue helicopter base, La Perouse, Sydney.
Water job, Lurline Bay.
And a distress call has come in. The details are sketchy, but it appears 3 board riders are trapped in treacherous surf and can't get back to shore.
We're on our way.
Aircrewman Trevor is a local and knows the area well.
I actually have surfed the place myself before, very treacherous bay. We have a huge sea running at the moment and there's no beach there, it's a rock outcrop.
Simon Jordan and Colin are best mates. They've been riding waves since they were kids. This is home video footage of them at Maroubra Beach. If they're in trouble, it must be serious.
Lifesaver 2-1's departed base for Lurline Bay area.
The rescue team begins its search.
Look at the size of those swells there today.
How could anyone survive being pounded against those rocks?
Worst case scenario, they're being washed up the rocks, and in this size surf, they're getting bashed against the rocks up and down and can't get out of it.
They're absolutely massive.
Rescue Officer Sean is on high alert.
We don't really know whereabouts exactly in Lurline Bay they are.
The boys have got into trouble within full view of some of Sydney's most expensive real estate.
There you go on that left-hand side, nothing sighted obviously yet, Sean?
No, still nothing sighted at this stage.
Have a look at this set coming through now, it's monstrous.
Monstrous waves and missing surfers.
Just looking for any sign of life in there at this stage, mate.
These conditions are out of control. How are we going to find these people?
Jesus, big waves down here.
Lurline Bay, Sydney, and the Westpac Lifesaver Rescue crew is searching for 3 missing surfer mates.
Huge. What were they doing out there today? Unbelievable.
Okay, I've got them. I think I've got them at the 9 o'clock. Come left.
Coming left.
Yep, have them sighted, mate.
The boys managed to get away from the rocks.
You can come down a bit lower and I'll just see if I can get a thumbs up from them.
But it's still more than 2 kilometres to the nearest beach, and Trevor's looking for a sign that they're okay.
Mate, nothing happening here. I think we may have to put Sean in the water, Rick.
Copy that, mate.
They are together, that's a bonus, but fatigue would be setting in. They'd be quite stressed. The ocean is unforgiving. When you're tired, it would be so easy to perish.
Moving Sean over to the door.
It's not only the boys' safety Trevor has to worry about.
Clear to start winching down.
Rescue crewman Sean will also have to battle the 4-metre swells.
50 to run, line is good, speed is good. Clear to put him in the water?
Clear to put him in the water.
Okay.
The boys are grateful to see him. Now for the bad news. Sean can only take 2 in the chopper. They're fatigued, dehydrated, and don't want to leave a mate behind.
We've got a lifeguard on a wet bike approaching.
Extra help is at hand. The Maroubra lifeguard spotted the helicopter from the beach and has raced 2 kilometres on his jet ski to get here.
Hopefully the jet ski will be able to help us and take someone back around into Maroubra for us.
We need to make a decision. Who's coming with me?
Rescue crew member Sean must now get 2 of the boys up and into the cabin.
Just going to put this strap around here.
More monster sets could come through at any moment.
What you're going to do is make sure you can hold on to it here, but you just got to keep your arms down.
Clear to winch in.
Clear to winch in.
Big sea here, pretty quick here. Sean's connected up. Clear to move him over.
Yeah, swim into the door.
And mate, clear to slowly run in.
It's running in now.
Float out of the water. Up over the skid now. It's coming up level with me now. Coming in the door now.
Jordan is in, but his mates are still struggling. It's straight back down for Sean.
Which is on the way down, halfway down. 10 off the water. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's in the water. And harness is going on the thumbs up. And clear to winch up.
Clear to winch in.
Winching up now. Halfway up. Bringing him on board. Sean's just securing the first surfer.
Person will have to just jump in the front there.
With Simon on board, the jet ski can now take Colin plus the surfboards. The conditions remain treacherous and the swell is huge, so the chopper shadows the jet ski in.
Follow him back in, make sure he's all okay.
Absolutely.
It was a close call for the board riding mates. They're young and fit, but these conditions today have pushed them to the very edge.
Position looks great, guys. We'll go and land.
Copy, mate.
Thanks.